Good afternoon, fellow app makers. Behzad is here from Code Simplifier. Welcome back to another video how to developing tip calculation application using Kotlin languages. In our previous video, we described how we can change our application icon and how we can set up the background and foreground for each application that we are going to use. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave the link to description of this video. You can just go and check it out and learn how to customize your application icon. Today's video is going to be a very short one and we are going to work on our user interfaces. What does that mean? That means we are going to make our application look more professional and make it look pretty and easy to use for the user. As you see, if you run your application and open up your application either on the virtual device or on your actual physical device, if you look at the cost of service, all you see a section which the user can put the cost of the service on it, and then our application will calculate the tip amount which they are wish to pay for the service. And here it doesn't have any rand or border around it, and it looks so simple and so plain. To start with, we need to make sure we have a couple of dependency in our application. All you have to do is just go to your project folder on left top corner, open up or expand your Gradual script, and the second folder from top, it says module and name of your application. Just double click on that one, and here it will open up your dependency. If you are scrolling down in your dependencies block section, you will see a codes here. If you are using Android version 4.1 or above, you don't have to worry about this step. You can skip it. But if you are using the lower version of Android Studio, you have to make sure you have your material dependency in your dependency block. If you don't have it, just write down this code and synchronize your application, and we are going to be ready to take the next step and fix our application. Let's say we fix this one, we don't need it anymore, you just close it down. Now we have to go to our activity XML file. If you don't have the activity main XML folder, you can open up, just go to your project folder again on top left corner, and you have to just go to your res folder, open up your layout, and since we have only one activity, all you can see is just activity main layout. We don't have to worry about the code section. All we have to work on is our XML file. So come above your edit text is where you're putting your cost of service cost. Open up a tag and just write down a text input layout. So come Google Android material text field text input layout. This is the layout that we need to use. So click on it. It will be match parent and the height will be wrap content. Then because since it is a view and the view means it will have some other objects inside it, so we need to hold on to shift and less sign on your keyboard, then you will just close this view here. You will face an error here, so it's not important because we are going to fix it in our next step. Now let's go back to here, and inside the start tag of a text input layout, just create a hint and we name it label. Because I've already created this string label, I will just using it straight from the string resources. If you don't have it, either you can leave it as it is or you can just convert it to the string resource of your application and you can check it out. So that's it for this. Now we are moving inside our view or text input layout. We need to have another text view, and this time you have to have the text input edit text. That is the view that we need. It will be match parent and will be wrap content forward slash, and this is the attributes inside it. As you see here, the changes will be made. So don't worry about it. Edit text, we're going to fix it in our next step. Now we have to get rid of our edit text, but we can use some of the property inside the edit text and we can put it in our text input layout. Such as we can take off the ID, just Control X, cut it off from edit text and put it in a start tag text input layout. Here is where we left it. Then we need the constraint start and end of parent. Again, Control X and put them in a start tag, and here we have it. So since we don't need to edit text anymore, all you have to do is just take it off. So we deleted for now. Now we have to just deal with our new text input layout, which we are going to fix it in a second. As you see here, the label of hint of our edit text, it doesn't make sense for our user. So we have to change it. Just go back to your hint section, just delete the label and just put it as a cost of service, which that is a string resource. And here what the user will see, cost of service inside that section. Once we set up our text input layout, now it's time to come inside your text input, edit text, and adding some attributes to it. The first one we need to do is your ID. We need to create a new ID for it, and you can cost of service edit text. And by putting edit text at the end of this ID, we know this is the section that we need to take care of in the later steps. So come below your height and put an input type as a number decimal. So that only accepts whole number for it. Here we fixed our user interface, or what a user will see from our application. And we have to make some changes in our code. That means because we deleted our edit text, now we have to just go back to our codes and doing some changes in our actual hard code of your application. So doing that is so easy. All you have to do is just go to your project again, go to your Java folder, expand it, expand your top folder and click on main activity. And here is our main activity ready to do some changes. All we have to do is you will probably get this error by the end of this video, but if you don't get it, all you have to do is just go to your calculate tip, and here is where we have to apply our new changes to this line of code. We are in our calculate tip function, or our method. All you have to do is just come behind on your val cost of the bending cost of service. All you have to do is just delete the text. Don't worry about the double dot yet. Just put edit text at the end of the cost of service. Then you delete one of your dots, and now problem solved. All we've done, we just referenced our bending view or our user interface from our XML file, and we said, don't worry about the last ID we gave it to you. This is the new ID you have to retrieve. Once we upload all of those changes, it's time to run our application and see how it looks like. All you have to do is just stop your application and run it again. So let's see how is our application look like. Our application is ready. Because of the theme color, we won't be able to read the text inside of our edit text. But the whole idea of this video was to let you know how you can create using the material dependency from Android Studio, and how you can create more look professional user interfaces for your application. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any question or any section of this video didn't make sense to you, please don't feel hesitate to write a comment or flick me an email. I'll respond to it as quick as I can. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and put a notification on so you won't use our weekly videos on how to create a program for new beginners who don't have any background in application. Thank you for your time and watching, and I will see you all next week.